Kids Health Watch with Dr. Sang is sponsored by Sang Pediatrics.
Well, it's time now to focus on the physical and mental health of children and their parents with pediatrician Dr. Nu Sang from Sang Pediatrics. Dr. Sang, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Carl.
So it's time to focus on, specifically, we're going to be talking about cynicism versus the healthy skepticism.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the mindset affecting stress and parenting. So let's go ahead and start with the cynicism. What is it and what are some of the medical effects?
Well, cynicism just presumes that everybody's kind of selfish or out on their own. They only have self-interest. And actually, that really stresses out the mind because it makes parents kind of hyper-resilient or hyper-vigilant. They feel like, you know, everybody's out for themselves. So they're trying to, like the helicopter parent, they're always like trying to protect their kid, you know? And that generates so much stress in the household, and it gets passed down to the kids. So I want to make sure that the kids don't get too stressed out. I wanted to go on the show and talk about it.
I'm pretty sure all of us at one point have been stressed out or maybe feel stressed out about the parents, like, oh, just give me a little bit of space.
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
But when the parents feel like, you know, that the world is too dangerous and everyone's out to get them, that's going to cause some problems, especially for the kids.
So what do you see with those who are parents but also cynical?
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's like for us, like we get one-star reviews just like everybody else, and people presume that we're just out to get money. It's kind of weird, you know, it's like, okay, we're just trying to help people, you know, we're trying to serve the community, we're trying to keep people safe, and when people bring in their cynicism and apply that to us and try to badmouth us or make personal attacks, we're just like, okay, whatever. They don't actually know the background where we're relying on insurance payments, and sometimes insurance don't pay us and we just have to eat the cost. There's all this stuff in the background that people don't understand or don't know, but they want to apply their negativity onto us, and we're just like, okay.
I sure hope no one's giving you a 1-star, because there's no reason that you should be getting a 1-star review at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's been fantastic.
I don't know, Garl. Yeah. Everybody got their own opinion.
Yeah, everyone's got their, that's true.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and switch to healthy skepticism. How is it different from cynicism and some of the benefits of having healthy skepticism?
Okay, well, also let's talk about how the brain works, okay? Yeah. When you're cynical, you know, you're basically not really there. You're not functioning off of any like data or facts or something like that. You're really basically functioning off of your amygdala, which is at the base of your brain, and it's an emotional memory. Maybe something negative happened to you in the past and you're working off that. Whereas when you're healthy skeptical, okay, you say, oh, I wonder why that's going on, you know? And so you're using a different part of your brain. It's a prefrontal cortex, and it's actually processing emotions and not really using the emotion to drive your actions. And so you lower your stress level, you lower your stress hormones like cortisol, and you lower the amount of inflammation. You can fight off infections more. Dementia increases 3 times when you're stressed out all the time. And so it has long-term effects as well.
It's crazy to know just the impact of stress. I feel like we hear that a lot in a lot of like the health industry is stress. And I think it's really underestimated how much of an effect it can have on every aspect of your everyday life.
Absolutely, you know. But every day brings stressors, right? Whether we're driving to the studio or trying to remember to pick up the kids, you know, things like that. And so, just remember, there's a famous quote by Viktor Frankl. He's a Austrian neurologist and psychologist. It's like between stimulus and response, there's a space, all right? And in that space lies our power, okay, and freedom to choose the response. And with that response lies our growth and happiness.
I know we're going to have to wrap things up in just a moment right now. So before we do that, any final thoughts on cynicism versus healthy skepticism?
Yeah, the parents, I feel like a lot of the parents, and I interact with them every day, they feel powerless, right? They feel like they're not capable of keeping up, like things are moving too fast and there's all these forces around them that are preventing them from achieving their goals. By being mindful and choosing your responses, okay, being able to choose happiness and growth, you'll be able to take back your power. and you can pass that on to the kids.
Love that. Great message there. Dr. New Sang of Saying Pediatrics. As always, it's always great having you here on Great Day.
It's always great talking to you, Carl. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. And if you would like to watch this segment again or maybe find some information on how to contact Dr. Sang at one of his 3 pediatric locations in Fresno, log on to KMPH.com and click the tab labeled Kids Health Watch from the Great Day drop-down menu. Great Day. We'll be right back.